Hey there fellas, subscribe the channel to watch new anime recap daily, and make sure to like the video even if you don't enjoy the video. So let's start with a new Mind Games anime. The story was centered around the game created by the ultimate god for amusement, and dragged humanity into it, and the one who clears out the game gets celebration, but no one knows what celebration is. And somewhere far away in the North Pole, a group of researchers found a glacier old enough to be from an ice age. But there was a girl stuck in it, so the leader orders to contact the headquarters for help. But that girl wasn't dead at all. She spoke up and told them she's a former god and wants to play game, so she requests to humans to bring her the best gamer of this world, and humanity has been playing the game that God created, and it's streamed all around the world, and in the midst of it, our protagonist Faye makes his entry and saw the live stream. Humans were trying their best to win their first victory, but one after another, every player started to fall, and in the end, all 69 players, also known as apostles, forfeited due to difficulty, but that was nothing new. And there many guys started to recognize Faye. He goes to Ruin Branch office of Arcane Court, and just as he enters, the eyes surrounded him there as well. There Miranda welcomed him and took him to the upper floor, telling him that a girl wants to play a match with the best gamer in the world, but she's actually a god. Miranda tells Faye that Goddess was trapped in the North Pole before the Ice Age. She came to Earth while playing hide and seek, and due to boredom she dozed off, and that time, the Ice Age started to happen, so her little beauty sleep turned into a 3,000-year slumber. And her powers have declined in that time, so the goddess claims she's no longer a official goddess. That's what she says, but she's still a goddess and a force to be reckoned with. Simply put, stay on her good side or she could wipe the whole city out. And that's why the government chose Faye as a supervisor for that nutjob gamer. Faye freaked out, which was obvious, because she's a god. Suddenly gods descended to Earth ages ago, and humanity knows nothing about their motives, so the government wants Faye to spy on her because Faye can't die. He has the power called Arise, which grants him immortality, so he's the best boy for the job. Her room was filled with all the games down to the notch. And there Faye took the dice and chose 4 and 6, and the outcome was the same when he rolled it. Faye explains he just face down the number he wants and rolls the dice gently that take 2 or half turns, so he got what he wants, and there he sees the goddess and recalls the memories of the girl whom he's searching for, her name Leche. So Miranda tells Leo that Faye is the best gamer of this world who got 3 victories in God's game, an achievement no one has, and since her job was done, she leaves Faye to do his job. Leo was a hardcore gamer and wants to play a game right away. But Faye wants to have at least an introduction first, but that's why she chose this card game, to get to know each other better. She made it herself out of boredom, and all they have to do is match the same card to ask what's written in the card. For example, hometown. Simple enough. So Leo gathered the card for a shuffle, but no lies. There Faye stopped Leo to make her reshuffle the cards as the cards were not switched from the order. Leo was shocked that kid memorized their ordered in one glance. But she was impressed, so she fell for him even more and used her power to make the shuffle non-stop in an orbit. Now game gets even more exciting because even Leo won't know where the card is exactly. That was fair enough, but to be precise it's an interrogation, and there Faye chose his first cards and got blood type and hometown. But he wondered, does God even have blood in them? Leo says they do, and 1 drop of blood is enough to melt this whole building, but she leans on and bro got embarrassed to see her racks. But Leo doesn't mind because the concept of undergarments doesn't exist in God's world, so she picked her poison, but the cards were different so she sent him all back. But Faye memorized the location of his hometown card in orbit and the card Leo picked. He picked the cards and a bingo. So Leo tells Faye that she is from a world known as Elemental, and surprisingly, humans can enter there through a gate, which Faye already knows because he's been there for a game. Miranda was keeping an eye and explains that God created this game because they were bored, and they gave blessings to humans known as Arises. It's a mean to challenge the god, and those humans are known as apostles and get many sort of powers, but these powers could only be used in elementals where games took place. However, if an apostle wins the game, he can use the power in the new world, and to clear the game, apostles need 10 victories, and if they lose 3 times, they lose their license to play further. And if someone clears out the game, that apostles gets a celebration, but no one knows what it is because no one ever cleared the game, but Faye might. Now Leo chose her cards and got the name cards, so Faye introduced his full name, but Leo was curious about his nicknames, and Faye never had one, but he noticed the loophole of this game, pulling the name card grants to ask the name and the nickname. So if she asks a 2 or more questions perfectly related to the card, then she could make Faye open up his whole history all at once. Then after a few rounds, Leo picked the Jack of all trades, the black card that works like the Joker in the deck. So this time she got serious and asked Faye about his real intention of coming here. Her aura is enough to make him lose his mind, but repeating his past and lessons from that girl, Faye laughed it off and told Leo that he was ordered to keep an eye on her. They want to know her motivation for coming to Earth, and Leo calms down because she loved his honesty. So Faye asked her why she didn't go back to her home and decided to stay here, also why she chose him. He is good, but Faye still thinks he's not the best, so Leo showed him the proof that he won 3 victories in a row, that very few rookies in history has ever pulled a feat like this one, so that's why she chose him to clear God's game with him. She came here to play with humans, but it's a one-way ticket, so basically she's stuck until she clears God's game. Faye noticed she might know what celebration is, and Leo told him that celebration is a wish, that the winner can ask for as many wishes as the winner wants. So she was down bad to play the game. And she took Faye through the gate to enter the element to start the God's game. There they were welcomed by the giant. But that's where the first episode of God's Game ends, but stay tuned to watch more episodes of this anime in the future, and like the video and comment down in the comments section if you want to watch more of this anime, and then subscribe to the channel to stay updated on my every upload. Until then, take care.